We were in Singapore for the press junket for Prime Video's The Rings of Power. We spoke to the cast and creators. Check out our conversation with Cynthia Addai-Robinson, Charlotte Brändström, and Trystan Gravelle. Cool. Hey guys, my name's Uma. I'm coming in from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. And this is an absolute pleasure. Congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
Charlotte, we spoke about a year ago for the Continental, but it was over Zoom.
Yeah.
And I know these are two very different projects, but I think they share one similarity in that I found that the kineticism of the action sequences were really something to behold.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you could talk to me about that. I felt they had a real momentum to it.
I feel like everything is character, so action should be performance and character as well. And it should always be something at stake. And I think we spoke about that on the Continental.
Yes, we did.
That I feel like I always work with the stunt coordinator and I always ask him to make it character-based. It's not about having cool shots. There's so many cool shots in every film.
Yeah.
It's about something that is from a point of view of a character. So I work a lot with perspective and point of view. And the more we go into the season here this year, the more personal I try to make the battles and the moments. And I think it's a way to involve the audience more also.
Can I ask you something about the cool shots, though? Because I think...
You want cool shots, too.
I mean, yes.
but it has to be from a perspective, and I think that should be... I liked also to film the aftermath of the violence and what's happening before, and to be more in people's mind.
Yeah, because I think there was an awareness, even with Peter Jackson, like he knew what he was doing when he gave us that Legolas shot, and you know, when Aragorn walks through those doors, and and it's nice, and I think we got that. Yes,
Peter Jackson
exactly.
does a lot of that, and the Battle of Helm's Deep was very inspiring. And
but you guys do it too, so it's very, very cool. Cynthia, hear me out. This may feel like a little bit of a stretch, but
I'm listening.
I'm watching the coronation sequence and how it was robbed from Míriel. I'm getting flashes of a Hillary Clinton-esque moment. Maybe it's because of all that's going on with politics at the moment. But I'm curious as to whether there were any real-world inspirations or political inspirations with Míriel, because she's such a complex and fascinating character. And we've seen what's happened to her happen in so much fiction and in so many moments in the real world as well.
Sure. Well, first I would give a credit and a nod to our showrunners and writers, JD and Patrick, because obviously they come up with the structure, but also are utilizing what Tolkien has established. Yeah. And I remember, you know, when I got the scripts and I was reading this moment, and it was like, wow, okay, this is drama right here. I mean, like, it's going down. But I feel like what's interesting is every audience, the world over, is going to bring their perspective, their lens through which they watch that scene and really watch the season and relate it to their own, whether it's their life, their own culture, their own sort of events that it sort of speaks to things that, you know, it looks recognizable to them or it draws a parallel. You know, I think in order to be timeless, these are things that have happened in history. They're happening in the present day. They will continue to happen. So you can relate it to, you know, political figures here and now. But I think for me, I just thought in general about leaders and leadership, whether you're a queen, a president, a prime minister, whatever you are, and just what that position is and the power dynamics, society and the view of you know, civilians and their leaders. There's a lot of interesting things there. I mean, I think that's why Númenor is so fascinating, because of course, once you get into political intrigue, there's so many ways to interpret and relate it to things that, you know, you, again, understand for your own, you know, knowledge of the world and events. So, yeah, how you prepare for that. As a reading, thinking, feeling person, of course, I'm constantly thinking about
all coming
the
in,
state
right?
of the world. Of course, of course.
Not that I'm calling Pharazôn Trumpian in any way, but is he misunderstood? Because as I watch it, it feels like Pharazôn is the hero of his own story. He genuinely believes.
Absolutely. And we, first of all, Apakabar.
Oh, Kawabai.
But yes, but yeah, of course, we're all the hero of our own story, you know. From everybody has their own perspective of life through their own two eyes, and you know, why shouldn't you? You shouldn't be a part player in somebody else's. You should live your own life. You know what I mean? Of course. I think Pharazôn is very cognizant and very aware of that. He's in a position, of course, of power, being Míriel's cousin, and sometimes. I guess as an advisor, you are going to have your say. There are certain things that Míriel has done that maybe not with the best interests of the Númenórean people at heart. I don't know. It can come across like that anyway.
We differ on that view, of course.
So yes, I think, look, when you're trying to do your best for people, there are always going to be people that are just going to go, I don't know about this one, he's a bit shifty, but it's for the good of the Númenórean people.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that sequence during the coronation when you go lies, and I wasn't quite sure how you were playing it. I wasn't quite sure if you were being genuine about it or whether Pharazôn was going, let's set her up for a fall. And I thought that was a very cool, that was a duality there that was very cool.
Oh, thank you very much.
But yes, I'm all out of time. But thank you so much. This has been an absolute pleasure, and congratulations on season 2. Every time I watch it, I watch it with my hair standing on end, like through every episode, which is hard to maintain for like an hour at a time. But it's so good. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, is now streaming on Prime Video. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Sound off in the comments. And thank you so much for watching.